Alright everybody, we're here today. Got my favorite, this is my favorite EDC knife. This is my pair of 3. Actually I can't open it and shut it. Just a habit of trying. But I'm going to sharpen it today. It's been dull for quite some while, just from opening boxes, doing stuff around the house, stuff just in my office and things like that. So I usually keep a piece of paper. It tells me, usually when I sharpen a knife using an angled system, I write down the the knife and what the angle is, and this is an 18-degree angle knife. As you can see, I taped up around the pivot just to keep the schmutz. This puts out a lot of metal shavings. You don't want the metal shavings in your pivot, so you kind of want to tape that up, keep them from falling in there. And here, this really doesn't fit well in this clamp, so in all reality, it would be nice if you could make that to where it's kind of even with the point in here, but you kind of can't, just because of how the spine of the knife narrows down towards the tip. So it clamps hard on one side and not so hard on the other, so you kind of got to just get it to where you can use it and kind of be happy with that. And I need to open this up some more. Kind of get it to where, gee whiz, I'm having all kinds of trouble. There we go. Kind of get it to where you can make sure it is going to hold when it's in there, because it will move if you don't have this right. And I kind of put more tape, kind of put some extra pieces out here on this side. That way I got something for this clamp to kind of get a hold of out there. There we go. Then you just gotta kind of really muscle it to get it to, I'm a pretty strong guy, but no matter how strong you are, that stuff will still move on you. And then whenever you're putting your knife in the system, it's already set at 18 degrees. You just turn this up and down. Your dial will get it to where you need it. Make sure this little white piece right here, you see the white, that little white dot is facing up, and your handle to the right. So it's up, it's to the right, that way you can turn it easy. You don't have to take it out every time to turn it. We are going to start fresh on this at the 320 stone, because there are some pretty bad spots on this blade that kind of show reflection when you shine a light. So kind of want to cut them out of there, make sure she's going to hold good. I do like to use a dab of water when I'm doing this. That keeps your metal shavings from flying up in the air. And kind of just test this. I'm not going to use the Sharpie. I don't feel I need to use the Sharpie, because I've sharpened this knife a few times using this angled system and kind of know exactly where it needs to be. So there, you can actually see it cutting in there already. So yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but yeah, you can kind of see it's grinding its way already. So got it to where I want it. It is holding, which is very good. You don't want your knife flopping or turning. It will wiggle and move. That's why you got to kind of keep a hold of this. I kind of like to put my hand around the base of it and then kind of squeeze and put my thumb under that, because this is plastic. In the perfect world, I'd have a KME with a big ceramic base or a wicked edge, but I like to spend my money on knives, not the sharpeners. On this, to really be efficient, what you want to do is you want to go with your lowest grit stone until you feel a burr on the other side, and flip it till you feel a burr on the other side. If not, you're just going to waste your time trying to sharpen at a higher grit, and it's going to be harder for you to get a burr into, because what you're doing is you're taking a burr off each side, and that's really creating your edge. You're meeting your apex. So you want to kind of do your cutting with this low grit stone so you get that burr quicker, faster, easier, more efficient. That's what these systems are all about, right? Just being more efficient with your sharpening. So yeah, I just thought I'd throw that in there. You know, I realize a lot of people know that, but there are some people who have asked me at work, hey, what do you use? How do you use it? Do a video. I kind of want to learn how to use a angled system, so I really should have put a Sharpie on there first to kind of show you how to set your angle. But if I was sharpening something new, I'd have to do that. But there's plenty of videos on that as well. If you just type WorkSharp on YouTube, the actual company puts YouTube videos up explaining how to do everything, which I think is great. You know, for a company who's putting out a product that's affordable, for them to take time and put informative videos up for everyone to see, everyone who's purchased it and people who haven't purchased it. You know, it's a good advertising tool, you know, I think. That's what helped me make my decision in getting this, you know. So, anything you want to feel for a bird. This S45 VN, man, it's kind of harder, but if we flip it over, you can actually see it right here at the tip. You can kind of feel it and see it down here. It's just a little harder to see and feel. So yeah, do a couple more minutes on this side, but yeah, I'll get back with you here. Just hang tight. Okay, so we've got a burr pretty much all the way down, so I flipped and we're just gonna, actually I want to add some water. Keep the dust down, so we flipped, and we're going to do it till we get a burr from this side on the other side, and then do that a couple of times, and then we'll move to a higher grit. We'll move to the 600. So yeah, this is how you do it. Then once you get your angle set and everything, you can move pretty fast with this. You know, if you look, I'm moving at a good speed, you know, cutting a lot of material off here. You just want to be careful. You never want to run your stone off the tip. You don't want to do that, because you will roll your tip and round it off. So just remember, keep your tip about halfway in the stone when you're out there messing with that, all right? So hang tight. That's what I like to do whenever I've hit both sides a few times, and before I inspect the blade, I like to kind of deburr it on the side opposite from where I just got done, and then I can pull it out and kind of inspect and look for any like reflective spots. If you got a reflective spot, that means it's well, it's not sharp. You know, so you want to look for any real high reflective spots. So we do get, yeah, it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. So what we'll do now is it's very easy to switch from 320 to 600. You just rotate that. Again, this ain't the highest quality thing you can buy out there, but it works. It was $50. It was so good. I bought this and sharpened a 940 with it, and my son's got a 940. I'm like, hey, I've got a mirror edge on this thing, and he said, oh, I want one for Christmas, for my birthday, I think it was. So I ordered him one of these, a strop, and some other things, and sent it to him, and man, you know, it really can get you to the point where you can carry a razor sharp, not if you use this system, strops, or you can even buy lapping films. I watched a guy called Sweet Knives on YouTube, and he had an affiliate link or something, but he sells these lapping films, and they just actually attach to the Arkansas stone, and essentially takes the place of a strop, and it puts a mirror finish. I think this the 3M lapping films are made for like automotive detailing, paint finishing probably, but it will put a reflective mirror polish edge on your knife. Now, I don't have time to do that today, so I'll just go to the strops, but if you got time, if you got an hour to spend sharpening an expensive knife with this system and you want it to look professional, use the 3M lapping films. You can probably buy the 3M sheets and cut them down yourself. I mean, it was easy just to buy them, because I think it was $14 for like 3 or 4 packs. Enough for me to send some to my oldest son for him to use, and I've got those left, and it comes with instructions and everything. Again, his name is Sweet Knives, so he's got a bunch of informative videos on YouTube. So again, we've moved to the 600 here. yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy if you got one of these. So you guys have seen me do this, so I'm gonna get back with you here in just a second. All right, now we finished with the 600. Now what I'm doing is, again, I'm just looking for any bad reflective spots. Boy, that is sticky as shit, man. Woo. Looking for any like really bad reflective spots. Make sure we got a nice sharp tip on her. Yeah. Oh yeah, that tip's just digs in. All right, now we're gonna move to the Arkansas stone, and again, that's as easy as flipping that. I'm just gonna clean her off, just add a little bit of water. Anytime I switch stones too, or switch strops, I always like to use a fresh paper towel, that way we're not mixing our stuff up. You guys have heard me say that a million times on other sharpening videos, so. Oh yeah. So now we'll just tune her up with the old Arkansas. This just puts a real polish. Well, not a real polish. I mean, it just helps get all them toothy edge marks out of there, and just sharpens her up, just tunes it up a little bit more. And on this, you can barely hear it gliding over your edge. So, and then you see it start getting reflective. You know, once it starts getting those grooves out of there, you can just kind of see them disappearing when you're using this. So does the trick. It does the trick. This is definitely worth. If you got $50 to spend on some sharpening system, this is what you need to buy. So I'm gonna hit this, and I'll get back with you whenever we test it, when we're done with the Arkansas stones. All right, we've made it through the Arkansas stone. We've polished up the edge pretty good. I mean, it's pretty shiny. I mean, I don't know if you can see how shiny that is. I mean, we could go even shinier if we use the lapping films, but yeah, I just don't have time for that today. Oh my. That's ridiculously sharp. But, you know, you can always make it sharper. Is there such thing as too sharp? So yeah, we'll just trade places with this stuff. So you guys have seen me do this 1,000 times. So black 3, green 6, and then my white's 12,000. So we'll just hit these up just real quick, and then I'll get back with you once we're done, and then we do our final test. All right. Hang tight. Okay, we just went to 6,000 grit with a green, but this. That's why I like the Para 3 so much. It's such a slicey knife compared to the 940. The 940 is a good knife, but the Para 3 is just a lot more slicier, just due to the full height grind on it. You know, it doesn't have that saber style edge. It's just a full flat grind. Like I said, we're only at 6,000 right now, and I've only spent, you know, just a little bit of time stropping this. You know, I just didn't want to keep you guys have seen people strop before. Anyone who watches knife videos have seen it, so what I want to do is just a couple more times with this, and then we're going to clean this bad puppy off like so. Then we're going to grab the other strop. Oh, my last one. I use 3 progressions when stropping. This is a homemade strop. I got a video on how I made this, but it's loaded with 12,000 grit Bark River compound. I'm a Bark River fanboy. As a matter of fact, I'm wearing a Bark River shirt right now. I got off of DLTtrading.com. Had me a gift card, by God. Got me a Bark River shirt and a DLT shirt. The DLT t-shirt's only like $14, 14 or 15 bucks. Oh God, that's like straight to that. I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. But yeah, $14 or $15 for a t-shirt. You can't beat that. Because I had a gift card where I pre-ordered the Bushcraft Scout and Magna Cut, and since you pre-order, when they do send you the knife, they send you a $20 gift card, so it's pretty nice of them. So yeah, I don't know how much sharper this son of a gun can get. This thing is sharp. It is sharp, boys. It is sharp. I'm a knife nut, though. You know me. I like knives, so anyone who's watched my channel, I've only got like probably 115 subscribers, but hey, I'll take it. Jeez. Oh man. That's pretty sharp. It's probably the sharpest I've ever got a knife, I guess. I mean, you could get it sharper if I use the lapping films, but it's so time consuming, putting them on, taking them off. If I had like an extra hour in today, I'd do it, but we're going to take my youngest boy and his girlfriend out for dinner for his birthday. And then me and my wife processed half a hog yesterday. So we got to process the chunks down into sausage, and we got the roast and the ribs and everything cut out. We just going to have to wrap that in butcher paper and seal it good before we freeze it for the winter. But yeah, I got half a hog for I think $135, and I think it was 140 pound hang weight by the time it was said and done. So pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. We probably got over 30 pounds just in sausage we got to process. We got all that meat cubed up, so I'm just rambling on about my pork. But you never know what'll happen. I don't know, boys. I don't know. She's pretty sharp. I don't know if you can even see that, but yeah. There it is. Another knife video. This one's on sharpening. So we'll just take this tape off of here again. Anytime you're using a system, actually anytime you're sharpening a knife, probably tape up, if it's got a pivot area, tape that up. You just don't want the metal shavings going down into your pivot and stuff. So I mean, is this Neves knife worthy? That guy can sharpen some knives. So I don't know. There it is. The pair of 3 in all of her glory. Like, subscribe, leave a hate comment. Hell, I don't care. Tell your friends. Come over and watch the channel.